Good morning, children. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about phrases and sentences, and further, a sentence can be divided into subject and predicate. So, firstly, let's see what is the difference between a phrase and a sentence. Now, here I have already written few words. Okay, see the first one, on the chair. The second one, in the kitchen. The third one, of great importance, and the fourth one, across the road. Now, as in when I'm reading these sentences, you'll see that though the sentence is making some sense, but it is not making a complete sense. So such kind of words, okay, which does not make a complete sense are known as phrases. So what are phrases? These are known as what? Phrases. So what are phrases? A group of words that makes some sense. Okay, that makes some sense. See, I have underlined some sense, but not complete sense. But not complete sense is called a phrase. So what is a phrase? A group of words that makes some sense but not complete sense are called as phrase. Okay, now just two things you have to keep in your mind is that a phrase will never have verb. Okay, a phrase will never have verb, and the second thing is that a phrase often begins with a preposition. Okay, it often begins with a preposition. So this two things you have to keep in your mind, that it never have verb, and it often begins with the preposition. So what is a phrase? The words given in the words given over here do not make sense on their own. So such group of words is known as phrase. So if I want to frame it in a sentence, I'll say that a group of words that make some sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. And a phrase will never have, like, a phrase is a group of words that does not have a verb. Okay, and second thing is what? A phrase often begins with the preposition. Now let's see how to convert this phrase into a sentence. Okay, now let us see what is a sentence. Now as I said, that phrase makes some sense but not complete sense, whereas a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. What is a sentence? A group of words that makes a complete sense. Now let us see few examples of it. Okay, now let us take the example of this, on the chair. Okay, now if we use these words together with other words in a meaningful way, we get a sentence. Okay, let's see. Let's try with the first one, on the chair. Let's add the cat is on the chair. Previously, when I had written on the chair, it was not making a complete sense. But now when I am writing the cat is on the chair, now this time it is making a complete sense. Okay, let's take another example, in the kitchen. Okay, let's add few words before it so that we can make a meaningful sentence. Okay, a sentence with a complete sense. My mom is cooking in the kitchen. So over here, now it is making a complete sense. Now let's take the third example, of great importance. Now we all know that this book is of great importance. So now it is making a complete sense. Let's take another example, across the road. The thief ran across the road. So children, whenever you're writing a sentence, always keep a note of these things. The first alphabet of the first word should be capital. The first alphabet of the first word should be capital. Then a sentence will always end either with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. So the first letter of the alphabet should be capital, and it should it will end either with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. A sentence will always have a subject, will have one verb and object. Okay, subject, verb, object. A sentence will always have a subject, verb and object, and it will make a complete sense. Such kind of word, where a group of words that makes a complete sense is termed as what? Sentence. Okay, now let's see how a sentence, now let's concentrate on the this thing, what do you call, on the word sentence. As I have told you all earlier, sentence can be further divided into two parts. First one is subject and the other one is predicate. Okay, now let's see. Every sentence, okay, every sentence has two parts. One part is called as subject and the other part is called as predicate. When I say subject, it can be a noun or a pronoun. Okay, it can be a noun or a pronoun or a group of words which are used in place of a noun or which represents a noun. Predicate will always have verb plus the remaining part of the sentence or what you're talking about, the subject. Okay, now what is the subject? The part before the verb which does the action is called a subject. This will be before the verb. And this will have a part which has verb plus the words after. Okay, it is called the predicate. Basically here it is who or what, about who we are talking about or about what things we are talking about. Okay, and here basically we get to know more about the subject. Who or what the sentence is about is a subject. Who or what the sentence is about is termed as subject, and predicate always gives more information about the subject. Now let's take a example. Okay, let's see the first example. Paresh likes hot chocolate. As I told you all earlier, a sentence will always begin with the capital letter and it will either end with the full stop, question mark or an exclamation mark. Here it is just a sentence, normal statement. So Paresh likes hot chocolate. Over here, Paresh is my subject, likes is my verb, likes what? Hot chocolate. So this entire word, this entire group of word is termed as what? Predicate. Let's take the another example. The king will solve the problem. Over here, the word the king, okay, is my subject because I'm talking about who? About the king. What the king will do? Will solve the problem. Okay, so this is my predicate. A predicate will always contain the verb. Next, Seema has forgotten her diary here. So about whom we are talking about? Seema. Okay, what happened? What she did? She has forgotten her diary here. So this entire part is a predicate. Let's take another example. New Delhi is the capital of India. Over here, we are talking about what? New Delhi. Okay? New Delhi is what? The capital of India. Over here, the verb can be main verb or helping verb. Is it clear? So over here, this is the predicate. This is my subject and this is my predicate. So, what is subject and predicate? in a sentence has two parts. The part before the verb which does the action is called subject, and the part which has the verb and the words after it is called predicate. Basically, what is subject? Who or what the sentence is about. Okay, what is subject? Who or what the sentence is about is termed as subject, and the words, those words which gives more information about the subject is termed as predicate. And a predicate will always have noun in it, the verb in it, sorry, whether it is helping verb or main verb. What is the difference between phrase and sentence? A phrase is a group of words which makes some sense but not complete sense, and a phrase will not have verb and it often begins with a preposition, whereas a sentence are those groups of words which makes a complete sense. It will have a subject, verb, and the verb subject verb agreement. Okay, and it will always begin with a capital letter, and it will either end with a full stop, exclamation mark, or a question mark. Then we have seen that a subject can be divided into two parts. That is, a subject has two parts. What is that? A sentence has two parts. What is it? Subject and predicate. When I say subject, it is that part of the sentence which is before the verb which does the action. Okay, who or what the sentence is about. That particular term is those words are known as subject. Whereas when I'm talking about predicate will always give more information about the subject, and it will always have a verb in it. The boys were flying kites in the sky. The boys were flying kites in the sky. The boys were flying kites in the sky. Over here, about whom we are talking about? The sentence is about the boys. So this is my subject. Were flying is my verb. Kites in the sky. So this is entire part is my predicate.